I just wanted to mention that I am currently about to study, so I'm trying to film quickly because my test is tomorrow, but I wanted to get some footage of how I study. I have a math exam tomorrow, and I just wanted to show you guys how I study, what I do for my math exam to study, and yeah, I just wanted to also mention that I'm also about to eat. So if you hear my mom saying that the food is ready or calling my name to go eat, yeah, that's why. So just showing you guys my notes, my math notes. So my exam is gonna have dosage calculations, it's gonna have conversions and fractions and percentages and decimals and all that fun stuff. So I'm just showing you guys like an example of a problem right here. This is something that I already have like the problem all worked out and stuff, but this is the problem. I'm gonna read it. So tetracycline, the order that the doctor is ordering is 0.3 grams every 12 hours for 4 days, and give it by mouth, which is what PO means, with a full glass of water. The med labeled tetracycline 150 milligrams capsules, so that is the supply amount. So the question is, state number of capsules per dose and number to order for 4 days supplies. So how I do it is, my teacher gave us this formula, and just by knowing this formula I can already work out the problem, and then I just focus on what the problem is asking. So I plug in the numbers from the problem. So at hand, which is the supply, is 150 milligrams of capsule. So I set up my problem. So H is 150, and then the, what does this stand for again? I know what to put for V, but this is wow, okay, good way of testing myself right now for my exam. This is the value. Yeah, I guess, yeah, it's the value of the medicine. So it's capsules. So you put 1, and then you equal it to the doctor's order, which is 0.3, and then I just put an X below the doctor's order. You don't have to do that, but I do it because it helps me form the equation. So then I cross multiply and I do 150 milligrams, like I circle it with the X, and then I plug it in here. So then I do the other side, I do 1 capsules over 300 milligrams. So then I figure out the problem here. So I cross out the unit that I don't need. So I don't need milligrams because it's asking for capsules. So I cross out milligrams, so that way I'm left with capsules only. So that's the purpose of V right here, is to know what they're looking for in the problem. So then I divide 150, so then this is crossed out, and then I divide 300 by 150 and I get 2 capsules. But it says here every 12 hours for 4 days. So this is the part where it can get a little tricky, and you have to pay attention to what the question is asking. So it says state number of capsules per dose. So per dose, you would give 2 capsules per dose. So that is the answer for number of capsules per dose. So it says every 12 hours for 4 days. So every 12 hours, you give 2 capsules. So then you multiply in 24, oh my god, I'm really bad at explaining right now. It's probably like really overwhelming, but I promise you, once you get it, you will get it. But yeah, so there's 24 hours in 1 day. So if it's 2 capsules every 12 hours, so that means you give 4 capsules every day. So then you just multiply 4 times 4 for 4 days and you get 16. So the number of capsules per dose is 2 capsules per 12 hours. So in 1 day, they get 4 capsules. So in one day, 4 capsules times 4 is 16. I promise you, once you get it, it will make sense. It took me a little while. At first, when my teacher was explaining it, it was really, really overwhelming, but I got the hang of it, and yeah, I feel really confident, and I know you guys can do well on it too. It is possible, it is doable. Do not give up. This is something that's going to be second nature. Once you're a nurse, you will get it, and with every practice problem that you do, you will get better, and you will succeed. So anyone who is weak at math, anyone, just don't give up. This is just something that you're gonna have to learn as a nurse, and I promise you that once you understand how to do it, once you do a problem correct, you will know how to do it, and so forth. And yeah, so that's an example of one of my problems is going to be for my test. And I want to show you guys what else I'm doing. So I also have to learn conversions, and this is just a sheet that my professor gave to us, and I just highlighted it, the ones that I feel my teacher focused more on. So this is another thing that's going to be on my exam. I know it looks really crazy and it looks like a lot to memorize, but if you practice every day, it will just click for you. Another thing is this formula. So temperature Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius, so that's also going to be on my exam. And all you really need to know is just memorize the formulas, and then you can just plug in the numbers. It's really easy. And there's also going to be percents, knowing how to convert a percent to a decimal to percent. There's also going to be fractions, converting fractions to decimals or decimals to fraction, and all of that fun stuff. So yeah, this is just a PowerPoint that my professor has for us to study. And that's basically how my math exam is gonna be. I'm just trying to study and be prepared, but I do feel prepared, and luckily I got a lot of practice already, and it's raining really bad right now. Let me show you guys. Yeah, I think it's hurricane season right now. I actually think there's like a tropical storm that I think they said on the news that is near or something. I don't know, but Lola. So something that I wanted to point out is I use flashcards. I made these to study for the conversions because I feel like this is the easiest way to study for conversions because it is a lot. So I write, for example, 1 ounce equals blank grains, and I write the answer in the back. And I have someone in my house, for example, I had my mom quiz me on it, and it really helps. If you study a couple of these every day, you will get it. So this is really, really helpful. Another thing I did is I found this worksheet online which had majority of the conversions that I need to focus on, and I just printed it, and it has a bunch of problems right here, and I already did them all. And then it also has the answers, so you can check your answers and make sure you can improve on the ones that you got wrong. So I thought this was really helpful. Thank God I found literally the ones that are probably most likely going to be on my test, so I'm so glad that I found this online. I almost just had a mental breakdown because I remembered that I need to have a calculator for my exam, and I just remembered that I don't have a basic calculator, which is the only one we're allowed to have for our exam, and I almost had a mental breakdown because my exam is tomorrow and I cannot go out and buy one right now because it is raining like crazy. Found a calculator and it's a basic one, thank God. So my exam is really early tomorrow, and I was like, it's raining out, how am I supposed to go out and buy a calculator? But luckily I found this one, and it's kind of broken, but it works. So So that is gonna be it for my video today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being a part of my study session, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you. Bye.